In the Philippines, they use this drum roasting machine to roast the beans. The coffee beans are put into the roasting machine, and after obtaining the desired roast, it will be released into the cooling tray and continue to cool by the use of cooling mixers. After cooling the coffee beans, it will go directly into the discharge port ready to be packed. In Indonesia, they use this drum roaster to roast the coffee beans. The beans are poured directly into the drum and close it after and ready to roast. They put the drum into the fire made of wood to roast the beans. The coffee beans are roasted for an hour and continually put on the wood to keep the fire on. The drum roaster must be repeatedly rotated to avoid burning the beans. After getting the desired roast, they put it in a large bilao and spread it evenly to let it cool. In Thailand, they use a metal drum with a fire below to roast the beans. Unlike in Indonesia where they manually rotate the drum, in Thailand it is continually rotated by the use of the motor in the drum roaster. They use an electric fan to winnow the green pulps. After getting the desired roast of the coffee beans, it is poured into the large bilao to let it cool. In USA, they use this coffee roaster that is usually used in small cafes or any households. The coffee beans were poured inside the roast chamber where the beans will be roasted. After putting the roast chamber into the top cabinet, you will set the time and temperature for roasting the beans. The time is for blue and the red is for temperature. The coffee beans have become from light to medium to dark roast. After roasting the coffee beans, it is poured in a plate ready to be ground. In Dubai, they use this industrial coffee roasting machine for the coffee beans. The raw coffee beans are dumped into the loader, then to the rotating drum to roast the beans. They use a sample spoon to identify the type of roast of the coffee beans. And the cooling mixers will continue to cool down the coffee beans.